And please do me the honors of introducing yourselves.
I'm Nathan Ellis, the writer, director, and co-producer.
I'm Kim Ellis, one of the actors in the film.
The hero.
Anti.
And I'm Reuven Herman, I'm the composer.
Great. Well, thanks again. Such a good film. Fun to see. Fun for me to see it on a bigger screen after watching it on the computer many times.
Yeah.
It's so well put together.
Thank you.
Was this the idea of a calling card, or what inspired you to get started with this?
I'd been so busy as a writer that I missed directing, and I had a script that was a thriller. I never directed a thriller before, and my wife's a great actress, and she fit the role. And the other guys, my roommate Steve, and then I had a great team, and so we basically made it a proof of concept for that thriller script, and raised $4,000 on Indiegogo, and with a very resourceful team, we went out and shot this in 2 nights. And
Right, so this is a piece of a feature that you have.
it's an intro to the feature, mainly to introduce the anti-hero or hero, and depending on how you look at it.
Killing human traffickers.
Yeah,
To get
yeah.
your status. And well, as his wife, I guess you were in on the script early, or?
Yes, so this concept came about based on a personal experience I had where I was in a situation where I felt powerless, and for years after that, I just had a lot of anger. And so we were kind of exploring that concept, like, well, what if I, went after that guy, and what would have happened if I took revenge on him? And as we started talking about that more, this character came up. So this story is not really about my personal story, but it just explores a concept of what could or would happen if you take matters in your own hands, and if you let your anger control you and things like that.
And as composer, and you composed a track, right? I saw your name in the credits this time on the big.
Yeah, I wanted that weird country twangy song playing, so with Reuven's help, he came up with the melody, and then I came up with the lyrics. But
Very cool.
Yeah,
Well, the music was great, so
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in.
that was a great project to work on. A fun challenge because we don't really know what the focus of the film is until the end. So Nate was great in restraining me because I wanted to go completely over the top, and he sort of tied one hand behind my back for most of it until we could let it all rock at the very end. So it was a lot of fun.
Great. Yeah, I mean, you got great work out of everyone, sound, everything, and all the performances. I think you get great performances out of those actors. From the old guy to the young guy, there's just something really tangible about what you got on screen.
thank you.
Well, here, let me open it up to this wonderful crowd. Firsthand, there we go.
Yeah, about that older actor at the beginning, I mean, he was really great. Is he an actual actor, or is that just someone you found that, because he really looks like someone you don't want to mess with?
So he's part. I'm a veteran, and he's a veteran. There's sort of a group of veteran filmmakers and actors, and so I met him at a function before for vets, and I reached out to him because right away he was the guy that I wanted, and I'd never worked with him before. And he's in his 70s, and he drove an hour and a half up to Santa Paula and did this for $100. He's been acting since the 80s or 70s, and he was in a sequel to a Chuck Norris movie back in the day, so he knows what he's doing. Yeah. So that's Max Thayer.
Yeah, when he jumps on that guy and says no questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty scary.
Yeah.
Any more? There we go.
Great film. For the hero, you were so great with the gun and shooting people. Have you had any experience?
Oh my God, no. That thing was almost as big. I'm very short. I'm 5'3". That thing was like almost as big as me. So thank goodness he has a lot of experience with guns, and he spent some time like training me basically. And that thing was so heavy. It was a workout. Like I was sore. My shoulder and my arms were sore for days after that. Yeah.
It looked great.
Oh, thank you.
And there was a hand right here, yeah?
So, I'm glad that you guys said this was the intro to the rest of the film, because that's what I was thinking when it ended. I was like, oh man, I wonder if they're gonna, So that's cool. And then you were talking about how you had a situation where you felt powerless, and then you took, this role, you take matters into your own hands or what have you. But did you purposely make it so that the other character was powerless? To have that same feeling that supposedly you had, in your
Yes.
situation?
Yeah.
That's pretty. I think he did a great job. And then also, even in the beginning, I thought he was going to be more of like a villain, because when you first see him, he's got that face on, like he means business. And then all of a sudden, he's the guy who doesn't mean business at all. So I thought you guys did a great job on that. Yeah.
Thank you.
And another, right there.
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, I almost want to say, if this undermines the story, say I don't want to talk about it, but everything that you said about the fact that there's a true story that's a kernel of this makes me want to ask about the true story. It's an amazing film, but I'm wondering, can you say more about what the actual events were?
Sure, yeah. It's actually far from human trafficking. I was not, but I was actually sexually assaulted in college. And I was pretty much beaten almost to death in a way. But I came out of that alive, but it was the aftermath for years after that I had to deal with, like the psychological impact it had on me. And so it was just a lot of anger that I had.
The piece is amazing, and thank you for sharing.
Should I talk about one or two more if you guys have them? There we go.
You said that there's a feature, is it right? A longer piece that this is part of. And in this short, you start with, I guess, the traffickers that turn out to be the bad guys, and then you meet your hero or anti-hero, I guess. Is the feature largely the anti-hero, then is therefore the lead character, or are you still following the...
So in the feature version, the assassin is like a supporting lead. The main character is an FBI agent who is trying to avenge the death of her partner that went undercover, and then, without giving it away, she discovers this assassin character's out there sort of doing the job for the FBI because they're dragging their feet. So she's sort of like the Batman. She's the Batman without being the main Batman character.
And two female leads.
Two female leads. Yeah.
Are you part of this veteran BART team on post 49 or 43 in Hollywood?
VME, I am. I'm not part of the American Legion there though, but I know a lot of the vets there.
Right, any more? Well, thank you so much for such a